median age of a first-time homebuyer just hit an all-time high of 40 years old. Let that sink in. 40. An entire generation waited, saved, sacrificed. And when they finally pull the trigger on the biggest purchase of their lives, too many of them are making mistakes that cost them tens of thousands of dollars or lock them into homes they regret within the first year. According to NAR, first-time buyers made up just 21% of the market in 2025, an all-time low. The historical norm is 40%. That means the few people who are buying are doing it under more financial pressure, with thinner margins for error than any generation before them. And nearly half of all first-time buyers don't understand the full cost of ownership before they close.
Trump announcing plans to ban institutional investors from snatching up real estate and driving up housing prices.
Some parts of the market, the housing markets, have already crashed, folks. I mean, second quarter of 2025, what they call the vacant property zombie report, 1.4 million residential properties. That's up big time, 1.3% of all U.S. homes.
Today, we're walking through the 12 most expensive mistakes first-time buyers are making right now in 2026. Some of these will seem obvious. Others will surprise you. But mistake number 9, that's the one that's destroying people financially in this specific market, and almost nobody is talking about it.
According to a new report, the impact of rising interest rates on new mortgages has put home ownership beyond the reach for many. The average 30-year fixed mortgage is now higher than 7%, which means that for somebody who has a non-fixed mortgage or a new mortgage, that's going to add hundreds of dollars to monthly payments.
Make sure you stay for that one. Let's get into it. Mistake number 12. Shopping for homes before you're pre-approved. This is the most common beginner mistake, and it sets off a chain reaction of bad decisions. You fall in love with a house you can't afford. You waste weeks touring properties in the wrong price range. And when you finally find the right one, you lose it to a buyer who already has their financing locked. Pre-approval isn't just a formality. It tells sellers you're serious and financially ready. In a market where sellers are getting fewer offers and being more selective about which ones they accept, showing up without pre-approval is showing up without credibility. Get it done before you look at a single listing. Mistake number 11, only budgeting for the mortgage payment. This one catches nearly half of all first-time buyers off guard. Your mortgage is not your housing cost. Your housing cost is mortgage plus property taxes plus insurance plus HOA fees plus utilities plus maintenance. 46% of first-time buyers underestimate the true cost of ownership. They budget for the mortgage, close on the house, and then get blindsided by a $4,800 insurance bill, a $6,000 property tax bill, and a $3,000 HVAC repair in the first 6 months. Here's the rule. Take whatever you think homeownership costs monthly and add 30%. That's closer to reality. Mistake number 10, draining your savings for the down payment. First-time buyers today are putting 10% down on average, the highest in nearly 40 years, and many of them are emptying their entire savings to do it. That's a trap, because the moment you close, you need cash for closing costs, typically 2 to 5% of the purchase price, plus moving expenses, immediate repairs, and an emergency fund for the unexpected. If you close with 0 reserves and the water heater dies in month 2, you're putting it on a credit card at 24% interest. Never buy a home that leaves you cash broke. A smaller down payment with reserves is smarter than a bigger down payment with nothing left. Mistake number 9, buying in a declining market without understanding the data. This is the one. This is the mistake that is destroying first-time buyers right now in 2026, and it's the one nobody warns you about because everyone around you, the agent, the lender, your parents, just wants you to get in the market. Here's what's happening. 1 in 3 of the 300 largest U.S. housing markets is currently posting year-over-year price declines. Cities like Austin are down 25% from their 2022 peak. Punta Gorda is down 25.3%. Cape Coral is down 18.8%, Tampa down 6%, Dallas down 4.1%, and first-time buyers, especially those using FHA loans with 3.5% down, are the most vulnerable to going underwater. You put $14,000 down on a $400,000 house, the market drops 5%, and you now owe $386,000 on a home worth $380,000. You can't sell without writing a check. You can't refinance. You're trapped. The fix isn't don't buy. The fix is know your market before you buy. Pull up your city on Zillow. Check the year-over-year trend. Look at months of inventory. If your city has 6+ months of supply and prices are declining, you have leverage, use it. Negotiate hard, ask for credits. But if you're buying at the top of a declining market with 3.5% down and no understanding of where prices are headed, you are setting yourself up for the exact scenario that destroyed millions of people in 2008. Don't skip this step. Your equity depends on it. Mistake number 8, skipping the home inspection to save $500. A home inspection costs $300 to $500. A foundation repair costs $15,000 to $30,000. A new roof costs $10,000 to $20,000. Mold remediation costs $5,000 to $15,000. The inspection is the cheapest insurance policy you will ever buy. Never ever skip it. In a slower market like 2026, you have time. Use it. Mistake number 7, not shopping your mortgage rate. The average first-time buyer gets one rate quote. 1. They go to whatever lender their agent recommends and take whatever number they're given. That's leaving thousands of dollars on the table over the life of the loan. A difference of 0.25% on a $400,000 mortgage is roughly $60 per month, over $21,000 over 30 years. Get at least 3 quotes. It takes one afternoon and it could save you a car payment every month. Mistake number 6, ignoring insurance costs until it's too late. This is the new affordability killer that most first-time buyers don't even think about until they're under contract. In high-risk areas, insurance can add hundreds per month to your housing cost, or make a home difficult to insure at all. Florida buyers are paying premiums 181% above the national average. Some coastal homes are essentially uninsurable through conventional carriers. Get insurance quotes before you make an offer, not after. If you can't insure it affordably, you can't afford it. Real quick, if this is helping you avoid a costly mistake, hit that bell. We break down real estate data every week, and the viewers who see it first make the best decisions. Mistake number 5, buying the most house you qualify for. Your lender will tell you the maximum you can borrow. That number is not a target. It's a ceiling, and usually a dangerous one. Lenders approve you based on debt-to-income ratios that don't account for your grocery bill, your car insurance, your kids' daycare, or the fact that you actually want to go on vacation once a year. More than 2/3 of new FHA loan recipients now have a debt-to-income ratio above the industry threshold of 45%. That means they're already stretching beyond what most financial advisors would recommend, by 10 to 15% below your max approval. Your future self will thank you when the furnace breaks and you can actually pay for it. Mistake number 4, making emotional decisions. You walk into a house, the kitchen is gorgeous, the backyard is perfect. You can already picture Thanksgiving dinner, and you offer $20,000 over asking within 24 hours. That's how people overpay. In 2026, with inventory rising and homes sitting longer in many markets, you have time to think. Use it. Sleep on every offer. Compare 3 to 5 similar properties. Run the numbers cold. The house that makes you feel the most excited is often the one most likely to make you overpay. Mistake number 3, not negotiating at all. First-time buyers are terrified of losing the deal, so they accept the asking price, skip the repair requests, and agree to every seller term. In this market, that's leaving money on the table. Sellers in 2026 are more willing to negotiate on price, closing costs, and repair credits than at any point in recent memory. Ask for closing cost credits, ask for rate buydowns, ask for repair concessions after the inspection. The worst they can say is no. And right now, in most markets, they're saying yes. Mistake number 2, not researching down payment assistance programs. It now takes most buyers 7 years to save for a down payment. 7 years. And many first-time buyers have no idea that there are over 2,000 down payment assistance programs across the country, state, local, and employer-based, that can provide grants, forgivable loans, or matching funds. Some cover up to 5% of the purchase price. Others cover closing costs entirely. Work with a lender who understands all your options, because the right program could mean the difference between buying this year and waiting 3 more. Mistake number 1, waiting for the perfect time. And here's the biggest mistake of all, the one that costs more than any of the others combined: waiting. Delaying homeownership from age 30 to age 40 could mean losing out on roughly $150,000 in equity on a typical starter home. Every year you wait is a year of rent with zero return. There is no perfect time to buy. There is no magic mortgage rate. There is no moment where prices, rates, inventory, and your personal life all align flawlessly. What there is, preparation. And if you avoid the 11 mistakes above and buy a home you can genuinely afford in a market you genuinely understand, you're already ahead of 90% of first-time buyers. So there it is, 12 mistakes. From the obvious, get pre-approved, to the critical, know your local market data before you sign anything. The first-time buyers who win in 2026 aren't the ones who time the market perfectly. They're the ones who prepare relentlessly, negotiate fearlessly, and never let emotion write the check. If this helped you, subscribe with the bell on. Drop a comment telling us which mistake you've seen someone make, or which one you almost made yourself. And share this with anyone you know who's thinking about buying their first home this year. It could save them tens of thousands. See you in the next one.